flop pipe enjoyers, activists that never buy the game, and my personal favorite, low pattern recognizers are currently losing their minds over the Fable situation. I have not honestly seen something so bad, so disingenuous in quite a bit of time. Since the first initial Fable trailer drop, people were already looking at it and saying, wow, this is modern garbage. This is woke trash. And after yesterday's gameplay reveal, the situation is much worse. At this point, it seems like pretty much absolutely no one believes that Fable is gonna be good. No one believes that it's gonna be successful, fun, interesting, or anything. And the greatest sin in gaming is obviously making a boring game. And Fable looks very boring, very dull. I mean, there's a reason why yesterday they only showed like 30 seconds of combat because they couldn't even be bothered to make more than two different looking female guards. Well, more than one. It was literally the same female guard repeated 5 times if you paid attention. It was bad. It was legendarily bad. And today, because of that, people are losing their minds. Because some people are extremely dedicated in the culture war and they need Fable to be the success it always deserves to be. And it's bad, okay? It's bad. These people are literally now demanding that you ignore what's right in front of your eyes, you ignore your own experiences, and just believe that it's actually gonna be good. And if you don't believe and if you think it's bad, you should probably shut up and not say anything. Oh, it is bad. And this is one of the better crash outs that we currently have here. You're gonna love this. We have a lot more. But this is from Goch Joe, okay? Someone who makes indie games, by the way, Lamau. Everyone's saying Fable will be trash, and they're lying about what they promised. I think it was supposed to be promised, but whatever. Dude, it's a new studio making it. Lies. It's not a new studio. A studio where their last 4 games have been critically acclaimed. Now, granted, he completely is just omitting the information that the 4 games that were critically acclaimed were all racing games because this is the studio that made Forza Horizon. People like dogging on anything without doing research. Playground Games has never missed. In making a Forza game, I guess that's true. They have literally never even created a single human NPC. And if you look at what Fable looks like, I mean, it's sadly blatantly visible that they have never designed a human being before. But that's fine. That's fine. So this is not even, by the way, the start of the crash out because all of the good crash outs continue in the comment section. And needless to say, there's a bunch of lies here because all these people can do is demand that you listen to their lies and ignore what you see right in front of you. It's crazy. Like, we see the bad gameplay, we see the poor storytelling, we see the disgusting looking characters, and this person is unironically, the last 4 games that they made were all successes. So this is also gonna be good. I wish I wish I also had 50 IQ so I can enjoy myself more. Imagine being this simple-minded. Oh, because thing was good before, it's always gonna be good in the future. It's just blissful ignorance at its best, honestly. And there we get in the comments. Seems my post left my circle. That is such a crazy self-admission, by the way. It's kind of hilarious, but that you literally just are making a post to appease your own circle. That you're afraid to a certain degree that it actually leaves the safety of the people who are gonna say yes, Queen Slay, you're the best. That is such a pitiful way to live your life. Yes, Playground Games typically made racing games. Not typically, literally only racing games, by the way. Critically acclaimed. of financially successful ones. Yeah, like that matters a lot. So you know who else was successful previously? Ubisoft, BioWare, Blizzard Entertainment. Do I need to keep going? Probably not. Bethesda. They're a brand known for quality assurance, audience testing, and successful games. Like what? Amazing. This is a person who sees a piece of shit wrapped in paper and he looks in the ingredients list and it says edible gold and he's like, oh my god, it's actually edible gold, not shit, even though it smells like shit and everything else. That is something to trust, regardless of genre. Dude, imagine going this hard to defend something that you're not even getting paid for. Forza Horizon sold 30 million copies, by the way. The newest one is also currently the highest rated game of 2026. Yeah, the Forza game's pretty good, by the way. A lot of people are saying good things about it. Just because a chef is making a new dish doesn't mean they can't cook. While I'm excited about leaving leaving out that this is their first time making a game like this is pretty disingenuous. Being good at making a racing game doesn't mean basically anything here. It's not it's not net positive or negative, especially irrelevant outside graphics. Plenty of developers swap genres. There's a lot more at play than just that. Well, like what, for example? If a studio has knocked it out of the park 4 times, that speaks volumes about their quality control, their audience testing, their brand. We don't even know if they actually do audience testing. Audience testing, by the way, is a term used for movies when people get to see the movie and then they rate it and then the movie gets changed accordingly. I'm not even sure that that's called audience testing in gaming. Their brand means a company won't just throw garbage out. Such a simple life. They missed with every NPC and character design thus far. And again, the insanity here is just beautiful. Bro, Fable is known for ugly ass characters, lol. It might as well take place in the same universe as Shrek. Regardless, you've only seen one town. I'm sure 1,000 NPCs, there's variety. And this is like the example of Fable's poor design. But this is, needless to say, already better than that. And I mean, it just goes on. If you want to pause and read some of these replies, go ahead. They are absolutely phenomenal. It's just insanity. And this is one of the this was one of the easiest comparisons that people have. This is what things used to look like in Fable 20 billion years ago when the dinosaurs were walking dirt. This is now. Okay, we're not even gonna mention, by the way, the trans child that they have in this game, like right around somewhere here. Yeah, there you go. That child right there, and everything else. Okay, just this is already bad enough, and people are making fun of the Fable protectors because one of my favorite things on Twitter is probably Synth Potato. I don't know if this guy is just low IQ or he's a shill or whatnot, but this is a guy whose ability to discern good things from bad things seemingly has went in the negative and has been in the negative for a very long time. This is the guy who said Dragon Age the Veilguard previews are so glowing that it might end up a contender for Game of the Year if it actually lives up to what we are hearing. Bro, you saw it and you, like, I don't understand. Like, how do you live your life by having eyes and then you just choose to see something and you're like, nope, that never happened. That never happened. I'm gonna just listen to what other people say. Only the people who say that never happened. But yeah, really great to see a huge potential amazing RPG on its way. What an opinion. Needless to say, we already know how that fucking ended up. And my favorite part about Synth Potato is that, man, that's a petty fucker. He's literally here replying to this. And as always, calling someone a grifter. Why do you all grifters keep sharing that screenshot as if it's a bad thing to hope a game ends up good? It's not a bad thing hoping that the game ends up good. I hope that games end up good. I hope I'm wrong about Fable and it's actually the best thing since sliced bread. But that's just me hoping. Realistically, I know it's going to be a disaster. If you have seen Dragon Age Veilguard, I don't know how you can have the opinion unless you're lying, unless you're being disingenuous, or unless you're just chilling and saying, "Oh yeah, Dragon Age Veilguard looked so good." From the most earliest previews, it did not look good. I I recognize pretty much almost all of the problems. The fact that the level layouts were shit. The fact that a lot of creatures look like damage sponges, and the damage and the combat is just super simplified. And that's not obviously, by the way, talking about all the other things like the designs, the Vogue designs. Except Baldur, she's my wife. You cannot speak ill about her. I will have half elf babies. Thank you. Anyway, degeneracy aside, I absolutely love this. This guy has, I'm pretty sure, replied every single time to any critique about him just calling someone shill. Anyways, people who judge games off how characters look are pretty much always right, because always judge a book by its cover. It has been a rule for 20 years now. And not off game mechanics. We also see game mechanics. We saw game mechanics for Veilguard and Fable. We know they're bad. Should never be taken seriously, including you. I love that every defense is just calling someone a shill. Oh, how terrible. Yeah, it's just pretty bad. These facial animations in Fable are looking really rough, if I'm honest. Again, every single person's opinion here is like this. The level of fidelity in these faces themselves is impressive. No, it's not. Absolutely, no, it's not. But the NPCs are lacking facial expressions and seem very stiff. They don't seem very stiff. The lip syncing is completely off. We saw this yesterday. They open their mouths where no sound is coming, and they close their mouths when sound is coming out. Really hope by the time the game is out, the devs manage to fix them. And again, this is funny because this is the most nonchalant, I hope they fix it type of comment ever, and it still turns obviously into a shit show. P.S. P.S. This is a pre-release build and work in progress. No, it's not. Fable's supposed to have. Fable is supposed. Wait, when is Fable was supposed to come out? When is GTA dropping? November. Fable is supposed to come out in fucking 6 months, less than 6 months at this point. Yeah, like five months or something. Less than 5 months even, actually, day by day. And they still haven't even fixed something as basic, and by the way, not fast to fix, as lip syncing and facial animations. That's not a good thing. That sounds horrible. That's something that should have been already done. They're also having to redo the character because this thing is not real. The reason they're showing this off is to say, oh, look, we actually always had a male cat. No, you did not. They never had a male character. Because of the outrage of the fact that you can't even choose character gender. Which they're probably not going to call gender, obviously. Body type A, body type B. Because of that, they were forced to do this. They only now fixed the gay walk, and now instead of that, you have the I just got railed from behind walk of shame type of walk. Which is not a lot better, in my honest opinion. I'm sure by February, facial animations in Fable will be much better, simply blah blah blah. And then someone just dropped this. Beautiful.
No, you'll tell me where it is.
I do that, you'll have no
Can you not hear
reason
it?
to let me live.
Properly.
So you won't tell me where.
Yeah. So this was Ubisoft's billion trillion. You know, Ubisoft, the quadruple A production company, quadruple A gaming production company that believes that we do not own the games that we buy. Well, I personally believe in that case that piracy is not theft. In any case, yeah, maybe because of Fable, we were a little bit too hard on Assassin's Creed Shadows facial animations, how they looked, because man, at least they can move the mouth when the words are coming out. Fable can't fucking even do that. In any case, some people are doing the pre-release build work in progress. This is not a pre-release build, this is a fully done game. Companies in the last couple of months until release fix bugs and issues. Okay, this is not a pre-release build work in progress. This is a already done game, 99% complete. Okay, so stop saying that, and no one believes you. A step into Albion and discover what it means to live an extraordinary life. Build relationships, shape your blah blah blah. Yeah, did not go well. Did not go well. Gifts you can hear, okay, and obviously this is a special type of crowd if you know what this is, okay. I miss you, Albion, and then someone posts this, and there's no reply for some reason. Very strange. No thanks. Your company destroyed the franchise with wokeness and gamer words. Flat boobs, ugly females pass. Going to buy Stellar Blade for the third time on Nintendo Switch 2 to instead. Based? Can you still be evil? No. No, evil is a spectrum, chud. And by the way, I love that the fact that the two things that people previously were unhappy about Fable was exactly not having any moral choices, and well, the not being able to pick your thing. And now, by the way, people are currently also extremely mad about the fact that we didn't see any gameplay as a child, which I think is going to be a throwaway garbage thing that people are going to hate anyway, because there's no way these devs actually cared enough to flesh that out and make it fun or interesting or whatever. But in any case, they pretty much have changed everything. Well, like, for example, in this gameplay section, do you notice how much they talked about, oh, these choices are like moral choices, but they're not moral choices, but they're really like moral choice. Like, bro, you were so proud about the fact that you're going full modern, removing the good choices, the evil choices, because morality is a spectrum. And someone stabbing my family is not necessarily a bad thing because I'm not racist. Any case, moving on. Yeah, they really tried hard to tell you that these choices that you're making are moral choices, but morality doesn't exist. It's kind of funny. These people have completely, by the way, caved to the feedback that they got. It is pretty insane. Next up, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some gameplay as a child or whatever, because well, that's gonna be it. Oh, actually, I'll go for this one. Okay, and this is not exactly Fable, but this is just so you actually have a comparison, because this is just how bad things really are.
And she doesn't. And one of the best feedback that we've had about this game and the people who are playing the demo is the men are getting this confidence, this kind of Lara Croft charisma and sheen. It's not just one for the women, it's the girls, it's the guys, it's the gays, it's everyone's loving it. So it just...
Yes. Wasn't said about Fable, but you kind of get this point. People currently are laughing about this because this is the state of Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider isn't just for girls. It's for the girls, the boys, and the gays. But what the fuck hell? But what the fucking hell is this shitty marketing? Yes, they're trying to market games currently as not only for the girlies, okay? Because obviously video games are... I'm surprised Fable isn't doing this, honestly. I'm surprised Fable is not telling you, this is for the they-dems, this is for the she-shers, this is for the Zers, and all of that garbage. I'm surprised Fable is not doing this, honestly. This is why I wanted to tell you this. But this is pretty insane, by the way. This is the current situation with Tomb Raider, which is kind of insane considering the current Tomb Raider is hot, and I actually like her. But the fact that they're doing marketing like this is kind of insane. You know? People are looking at this. This is what we're getting in the game. This is what people are doing. Stop looking at this, okay? Stop enjoying Satan's lettuce. Okay, I didn't click the play for you. Stop! Stop! That's evil. Any case, look at how this is and how easy it is to just fucking make it okay. You don't even need the cleavage, honestly. That's just a nice touch that I appreciate. But why can't she just be, not a fucking inbred? Is that too much to ask? Why can't my game have women that don't look like they're fucking so inbred they're one step away from being sandwiches? Why can't we have that? Okay. Here also people are making fun of the fact that yeah, this was Hogwarts Legacy and this was Fable 2026. Jesus. Okay, more stuff like this. This one's also pretty good. For those of you still slandering people talking about objective truth, production managers at Microsoft literally has rules to avoid modeling objective beautiful women often, even those based on real beautiful women. So can we stop gaslighting and lying here? Which is interesting. I thought it was pretty obvious to anyone that has seen Microsoft games in recent years. Oh boy, that's a lot of actual evidence you provided for your information. Corby doesn't. Yeah. So this is the fact that people are currently calling out that maybe Fable is suffering from this. This is one of the people who worked on a Microsoft game. This is what the actual art that they make. But this is kind of what they were forced to do. And this is from an artist. I worked on a couple of products for Xbox, and I can say that is absolutely true. This was a smaller discussion a couple of days ago when a person came out and said that Microsoft has literally rules that kind of prohibit you from making anything hot, which is hilarious. And I just want to mention how bad the situation is about making things hot. This is God of War Laufey. This abomination is her leg. They couldn't even allow the feed bros to enjoy themselves for a split second. And yes, I would also call this a foot woke, honestly. These people are like, they call the foot woke. Yeah, I'm also calling this woke, because how the hell do you do that? That's a sausage. And, for the end, hard to understand Anthropic's thinking here. Here's everything we know about romance system in Fable, and this is designed by AI, kind of based on like this could easily be this probably is gonna be the thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie. You can marry and have children with multiple women at the same time. Now, I want to say something about the marrying system because obviously this is a very woke modern thing. The fact that they're kind of effectively encouraging and parading it around the world that you're supposed to actually be in multiple relationships. You're not. It's better to be in one, by the way. That feels so much better than multiple hopping, juggling, or any of that garbage. Oh, but yeah, this they're constantly showing this. I would not be surprised if you could in this game have a character that's white and then find a woman that's sadly also not minority representative, and you could just magically have a black baby. I would not be even surprised in the slightest if that was a thing that ends up happening in the game at the end. I would not be in this. I believe that. Okay, listen, it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye bye.